Okay, so I got midnight in the shop today. 2002 2500 HD. I believe I got a U-joint on my front drive shaft that is going. If you've been watching my plow videos, you hear this squeak. It's a squeak, 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 squeak. I believe that's the front drive shaft. I got some U-joints ordered. I'm letting it thaw out right now. And I'm going to try to take this front drive shaft off. Hopefully we're going to see an issue with it, with a bad U-joint or a dry U-joint. Got a bunch of snow on the way, so I don't really want to have an issue when I start plowing. So I'm going to try to take care of that today. So here's the drive shaft out. From what I can feel, guys, I don't think this is the problem, but I've got it out, got the parts ordered. I guess I'll rebuild this. I noticed it's got the plastic locks from the factory, so I'll have to heat that up to be able to get them out, because there are no retainers holding it in. The plastic is what holds it in. So I guess we'll start on the easy end here and get this out. Okay, so that's out. Fairly straightforward. You got to heat it up to release that plastic lock that the factory puts in there. Same thing for this side, only you do one at a time, because there's actually two you got to take off here on this side. I am marking the drive shaft so it goes back the way it came apart. Also, I marked this side. I marked it somewhere. There it is. I marked it this side so it goes back on the axle the same way it came off. So this is kind of a crusty drive shaft, but maybe I can find one down south sometime. But the joints looked okay. There's nothing wrong with that front joint, which kind of makes me a little disappointed, because I don't think the noise wasn't coming from the back. I don't think it was coming from that one side, driver's side. So the way this joint feels, I don't think that's it either. But I'm into it now and ordered the parts, so I'm gonna finish this off and hopefully it fixes the problem. These joints actually have, this is a factory deal, so they have over 260,000 miles on them. So it's not like I'm wasting my time, like I'm replacing something that was new or something like that. So replacing these isn't a bad idea. I really don't have the time to mess around with this, but if it doesn't fix the problem, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. Well, I'm happy to say I found my bad joints. You can see that there. Absolutely dry. No grease whatsoever in both these. So there's my bad joint. I've got that off of that. Now I gotta pop them off. I gotta say these plastic factory locks are the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I don't know why they couldn't just put a clip like they do in the aftermarket, but whatever. It's just making the job a little harder. I got to get this one out here. I'm going to go get my new parts and we'll start reassembly. Okay, so here's my new joints. That's what the website said. Hopefully it's the right ones. Just going to reassemble this thing the opposite way I disassembled it. So I'll put it in here, then I'll put that on here, then I'll do the front one. So that's what I'm going to do. I cleaned up in here with a little emery just to make it easier so they slide in. And yeah, I'm going to start pressing these in. Okay, so they're all in there. This one turned out really nice, moves nice. This one down here is a little bit stiffer, but yeah, it is what it is, guys. I've done quite a few of these, and it seems like they go in stiff. They should loosen up. Anyway, it's going to be a whole lot better than this. So We're gonna roll with what we got here. I just greased them right now before I put it in the deal. I'm not exactly sure if that's gonna be able to take a grease gun or not. That one looks like it will. I didn't really know which side to go with on these. This one here, again, didn't know exactly which side to go from. And I'm thinking I might have done this one wrong. I probably should have went towards the axle. Once I get it installed, I'll let you know. But I greased that one too. The thing is with this drive shaft, it's an independent front suspension. So the drive shaft is not moving up and down. It's a straight shot to the axle, and the suspension is moving up and down. So this does not go like this. It's set at a certain angle. That's probably why the original ones lasted so long, because this drive shaft does not move. So I think as long as there's some grease in there, which there was, these will probably go another 200 and some thousand miles. So I'll probably never have to mess with that. I'm going to put a little bit of lube on this. Make sure I didn't get no crud in there, because that spline goes into the transfer case. I cleaned up my straps. Probably should have got new ones, but I cleaned them up. I cleaned the flange on the axle. Got that cleaned up. So I'm ready to actually get this thing back in the truck. So a few tips when installing universal joints. There are needle bearings inside these joints. So what I do to help keep those from moving when you're putting them in the yoke is I like to try to get the joint onto, or get the cap onto the joint as quickly as possible when you are installing them into the drive shaft. If you don't have them supported and you start hammering and impacting on there, there's a good chance them needle bearings could fall out, because the only thing holding them in is some grease. So they can fall out and they can move around. So I try to put the joint into the cap as soon as possible. Now when you go to the other side, it's kind of hard to balance how far you pull one out and push one in. It gets a little more difficult when installing the second one, but just be as careful as you can. Try to keep the needle bearings in there, guys. Okay, another important piece of information you're going to need to know when dealing with the drive shafts of this generation truck. The front axle has no deal on the yoke to hold the caps in. You can see this is the factory joint. They actually got like a welded deal there. I don't know how that is, pressed on with a clip. I don't know how they do it, but somehow the factory puts that on and it holds the caps together. Doesn't allow them to come out. And on your new joint, you're not going to have that. You got all independent caps. So what you need to do is just like you do on the part on the drive shaft where you use the clips to hold it in, you have to install these clips on these caps also. That's going to prevent the cap from flying out of the straps. Even though the strap's holding it in, it needs these clips on the cap. So don't forget them, guys. It's very important that you don't forget them clips when you put the drive shaft, when you install the drive shaft onto the axle. Okay, so another tip on if your joint is a little tight after you install it, you can strike the yoke with a hammer, they say. Now, I've not had much luck with this technique. That's really why I don't usually share it, but I've heard that if you strike the yoke with a hammer, you can sometimes loosen the joints up. So one tip I have had some luck with loosening up a joint is by sticking the joint in a vise like this and supporting it, and then tapping the yoke. And I have had a little success with loosening up joints that way, but you might give that a try. Don't go crazy and damage your caps. It's just kind of some strikes to try to loosen up that joint. So there we go, guys. We got her in. And yeah, I think I got the grease zerks in the wrong spot. I think there's more room the other way. I don't think there's any way to get an actual grease gun on that. Maybe a needle one. But I should have probably turned them the other way. I like to get the ones with the grease zerks in the caps. I had to get this done tonight, so I couldn't order them. But I like to get the ones with the grease needles in the caps, but probably should have turned them around. Probably both. I think I got both sides on wrong. You can see that one there. There's really no room to be able to grease that. It should have been, the grease zerk should have been on the transfer case side, and on the front I think it should have been towards the front axle. But anyway, like I said, these don't move much. I greased them before I stuck them on. They had grease in them when I installed them, so I think I'm going to be good on this, guys. But anyway, that's what I learned, and hopefully some other people will learn from this. Okay, guys. So one last thing I want to add to the video: torque on the strap bolts is 19 foot-pounds or 228 inch-pounds, I believe. I use an inch-pound wrench to torque them usually. 11 millimeter socket also is what fits on those bolts. So it seems to be working good. I don't hear the noise. I'm pushing it pretty hard and I haven't heard the noise. You've seen the joints. That was pretty much it. Thought maybe it could have been a CV axle, but after seeing them joints and not hearing anything, I'm pretty sure that was the problem. I'm gonna keep working midnight here. I'll see you guys.